Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be doing a two birds, one stone kind of video. We're going to be talking about the importance of protecting your investments and your cards, while also seeing if there's anything I can salvage out of this ETB box here. My buddy had a flood in his basement not too long ago, and I was storing a lot of my stuff down in there for the time being. So unfortunately, a portion of my personal collection took a decent hit. And we're gonna see what we can save and what's totally lost. Show you like this right here. You can kind of see it in the light that the sleeve and stuff's a little messed up, but it doesn't look terrible. And then we pull him out of the top loader and try to get him out of the sleeve here. Let's see. Yeah, this is awesome, but he's just a wet noodle. Just a wet noodle of a boy. So, we're going to see what we can salvage out of this. We're going to go through this together, cry together, see what's going on. I forgot I got these cool top loaders forever ago. I'm going to have to clean those up and see if I can save them. More empty top loaders. Alright, let's see if we can start with anything. I don't fully remember everything that was in here. I know there was some stuff that was alright, you know, a little valuable, but you know, like we say on this channel, we don't care about value. Let's see, the VMAX saved. Ooh, it doesn't look the worst, to be honest. I don't think I see anything on him. The sleeve got stuck inside the top loader, which is annoying. We're not going to pull every single thing out of the top loader. We're just going to look at stuff. You know, stop on a few things that might be worth looking at. Oh. So, obviously, you know, you've already seen one card in a top loader destroyed. Another card in a top loader would be perfectly fine. So obviously sleeves and top loaders aren't enough. You know what I mean? Where binders, things like that, those are the most important things. Yeah, this thing just looks like, unfortunately, it's been through the washer. I'll probably still keep this one because it's not card stock ruined, but it's definitely just a beat up card now. Let's see. What else is in here? Let's just kind of pick up a stack and start thumbing through. See what we had. See if anything looks okay. Corviknight VMAX, Corviknight V. The V looks rough. Huh. The VMAX looks pretty alright. It's funny, it seems like the VMAX has made it and these Vs are got cooked for whatever reason. Oh yeah, maybe it's something to do with the texturing. Oh yeah, yep, another wet noodle boy. That's just gone. Well, at least I'm getting some of my top loaders back. Duraludon V. I'm not much of a grader, so truthfully, I'm just trying to see if any of these are worth putting back, like in a binder or anything like that. You know, the V's aren't really worth too much anyways, slash, like, I just kind of put them away because my daughter liked them. Ooh. So now at this point, you know, she'll probably just get to play with them. I won't probably worry too much about trying to keep them nice anymore for her. This one doesn't seem... Never mind, the whole corner is... look like it's got... You see that? The corner. Looks like it's gonna start separating on that card. Oh. Trash that. All these trash ones. Oh man. This is one of my wife's favorites. Huh. It doesn't look terrible. So I think the lesson to take away from here is the fact that while, yes, a lot of these cards made it, they survived due to, like, you know, top loaders and sleevings. I'm sure as we go through, we'll find more and more that are just total losses. So, you know, if you really want to protect your stuff, you know, you need to go the full extra mile all the way to just make sure you have it. Oh, whew. Let's look at this one. But just to make sure, if it's something you really want to keep forever, you want to keep pristine, you need to go the extra mile. To be honest, this is a decent argument in my own head to make me be a little more willing to grade cards, especially if they're not valuable cards, but they're cards that I like, so just I could keep them forever. Oh man, this is just a personal favorite. I know I can replace this like no problem. I just really like this art, this red and blue trainer back in the day, but like, yeah, you see that's just gone. Sandaconda doesn't look terrible. We're gonna start really only pulling out stuff that either is nicer hits like this to check if it's okay. Especially since it was sticking out like this, I'm scared. I may have to break this top loader just to try to save the card. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. Oh no. Oh. Come on, Octillery is one of my favorite Pokemon. I remember when I pulled this gold. But it looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Like I was saying, I'm generally against grading, at least grading for value. But I think with seeing all this and dealing with all this, it's definitely gonna make me be a little more thoughtful, at least, of maybe sending away cards that I just really, really enjoy and not care about the value of them, to just get them, you know, cased, keep them safe, have a place to put them. There's the argument that if I would have got at least a top loader binder, these cards would have been even better instead of inside of a cardboard box. Man, this one hurts. This one hurts. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but this was a hollow bleed Blissey. Yeah, you can kind of see it right. Yeah, right through the text box. This was a hollow bleed Blissey. She's not looking too hot. Oof, that back. You can just see how dark it is. I'm going to see maybe if there's something I can do to try to save this card. You know, maybe I'll look up some videos on how to save water damage cards, but I'm not too hopeful. Who knows why I put this stack of Taco away. Yep, that's another dead one. Let's see. Tapu Koko V Max and Tapu Koko V. Let's see if it's been like all the others. Oh, hey, both those came out. Pull tabs. I don't see enough people using pull tabs on anything, to be honest. And I think more people in the community should be using pull tabs, especially if you're putting together like a trade binder or something. I hate nothing more than like digging inside of a side load or even a top load and just not being able to get the card out and having to ask the person to get it for me. But let's see. Did the V make it this time? Definitely some like surface water smudging. The back doesn't look terrible. But, you know, I don't even know if the camera... Yeah, you can see that big like print kind of right there. Those could probably maybe be polished off, but who knows. Let's check the VMAX. It doesn't look terrible. tell it's not necessarily a pristine card anymore, but it doesn't look fully terrible. Anything else that's like super worth looking at? We'll just kind of thumb through a lot of this. I can see right through that one. That one's damaged like the very first card. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, hold on. We'll look at these just because. Oh, you can see how hard I'm struggling there. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you can just tell. That sucks too. This is one of my favorite full arts. I loved when they did these like color shift full arts like this. You can definitely see it in this one. All the water just trapped in there still. So that's another L for sure. Keep the L pile going over here. Hey, at least I'm getting top loaders back though. Anybody in the hobby knows it sucks having to go buy more and more top loaders. It sucks to get top loaders back this way, but that Meowth doesn't look terrible. For the rest of the video, unless we spot out really bad looking ones or valuable cards, we won't really stop. We'll just kind of thumb through them. Or you know what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually thumb through everything on camera for you guys, and as I go through it and notice some really damaged cards, I will point them out to you, show you guys. We can talk about it, and then I'll also put together a stack of things that seem like they might be savable and aren't in too rough of a condition, and then we'll thumb back through that stack real quick too. Like one giant what's in the pack looking at all this though. I probably haven't looked at these cards in like over a year, maybe more.
What's in the pack? Will we be happy or kind of sad? What's in the pack? I hope it's not whack. What's in the pack?
Besides the point, we made two piles here. You can probably tell which pile is which. One of them is what we think might be salvageable / we want to try to salvage, and one of them is definitely a dead pile. We're gonna thumb through the dead pile first real quick just to show everything, get out of the way. Duraludon V, Corviknight V, personal card of Red and Blue Tag Team Trainer, personal card of a Pokemon Go Radiant Eevee, Dreadnought V, Urshifu V, and V Alt Art. A random Stack Attacka. I'm sure my daughter wanted me to keep this card. A Volcanion V, Galarian Moltres V. And the sad part is on camera, some of these don't look like they're that damaged. But you can feel it when you squeeze it. Yeah, you can see all that water that's still just in the sleeve in there. Sandaconda VMAX. Oh yeah, that's what this one was. The back's just shot on it. Calyrex V. Same thing, you just kind of see the bubbling when you look at it in the right light. This one, yep, Crobat VMAX and Crobat V. Same thing, when you catch it in the right angle, you can see the bubbling. You can feel that it's just kind of wet when you squeeze it. All my poor Gyarados just gone. Trevenant V, another Gyarados GX. This one hurts, look at that back. Some Japanese, just some more stuff. This Eevee, and I don't even know what this Eevee is stuck to. Just more stuff, more Japanese. Seems like every bit of vintage I had sitting in here just got absolutely the full brunt destroyed. This just kind of hurts. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely a learning lesson. Protect your stuff more. I'm more sad about, like, obviously the GXs and stuff like that than much anything else in this pile. But still, just to show you. Oh yeah, this Ampharos. Out of all the cards, I think Ampharos tried to fight it or something, because, oh, look at our poor boy. Look at that. Like, he went through the washer, like in elementary school. Yeah. The Blaziken V, Slugma. It just, yeah, it's all upsetting. But, like I said, it does seem like we have a decent pile of stuff that I at least want to try to save, or somewhat savable. I'm really not sure about this Blissey. The back is just so gone. It's waterlogged. I want to look up videos, see maybe if I can try to see if I can fix this, see if I can find some type of method. We got a Dramanitan VMAX, Sneasel EX. Card looks a little washed now because of what happened, but maybe I'll be able to polish it. Been seeing all those polish videos go around. A Tapu Koko VMAX, a Tapu Koko V, a Corviknight VMAX, Octillery Gold, Duraludon V, Galarian Ninetales, Matang, Dragonite V, Delmise VMAX. I don't think there's anything on the back. Nope. A Memory Capsule Gold, a Full Art Beauty Trainer, a Rayquaza VMAX from Fusion Strike with a Rayquaza V on the back. Admittedly, the V looks like it got less of the brunt this time, just looking at it, and the VMAX picked up a little more damage. But we're going to go look at that later. The Raikou, I'm actually really glad this one made it through. Surprised it isn't in my binder. I must have like an extra one in my binder or something. The Alakazam V, the alt art. I love this card. I think this is one of my favorite arts that's come out in like the last decade for Pokemon. I just love his stance. I love the way he's looking at you. Same thing with his Urshifu VMAX. I'm glad this one made it through, because I would have been a little more sad, especially if I just lost all of my Urshifu stuff. So I think Urshifu is one of my favorite legendaries in the last like couple of years, to be honest. Togekiss V, which now that I'm re-looking at, looks like it may have a little more damage than I originally thought as I went through it. Japanese Denene GX. It doesn't look too terrible. Definitely staveable. The Lucario and the Malmetal tag team, I believe, in Japanese. This one actually looks like it surprisingly did super well. I think the box must have been sitting like one side down in the water more than the other, the way the cards all came out. Yeah, actually, this one held up crazy well. Because I don't think I've mentioned it yet. My buddy's basement was a good like 4 feet of standing water by the time we got everything like taken care of. And you know, it was a couple days before these cards got out of the water. So it's still crazy to me that even this many are savable and still don't look terrible. Some of them look almost as good as the day I put them in here, to be honest. But the argument still stands. How much more would have been savable if I would have not doubled them up in top loaders? If I would have put them into a binder, like a top loader binder. And then, you know, there's the obvious question and answer of how many of these would still be okay if they were in like a sealed PSA slab or a sealed PCG slab. Probably all of them. You know what I mean? So as much as I've always been a big person against grading, because it's always been my issue of grading for value and reselling. But if you're grading so that you can protect your stuff so that you can keep it nice because you love the art, you want to show it off. I think this was unfortunately a hard lesson I had to learn, that that is okay, because I used to just be anti-grading altogether. Oh, I don't think the Snorlax is as savable as I thought it was. That back's pretty waterlogged. There's a massive crease running right through it. We're gonna unfortunately put that in that pile. Really nice Urshifu VMAX alt art right here. Sandaconda V made it through, but not the VMAX. Go figure. Oh, and these were not meant to end up in this pile. This Mew and this Tyranitar definitely beat. Here, we'll look how bad this Mew looks, and then we'll move on to our new segment that we're doing in live videos or long form. We'll move on to the new segment we're doing for long format videos of the extra pack opening at the end. Yeah, I can't even get this one out of the sleeve. This is just so shot, unfortunately. So, the unfortunate lesson to be learned here today is protect your investments. Make sure that, you know, if it's something you really like, it's something you really love, that you spend the time, you spend the money to protect it. You know, you don't want to lose stuff like I did. Like no one wants to ever lose anything. But since I figured this was a longer video, this is a sadder video, we do something cool out of the extra pack box. We got a MetaZoo promo that we're going to look at. Nice. The M promo from the Seance starter decks. This is actually one of my favorite starters that I think they ever even put out for MetaZoo. It's a burn tactic deck. Just a lot of fun. You summon a lot of these totems that just start burning your opponent at the beginning of your turn, and has a bunch of ways to just start throwing away your opponent's cards, which is always a fun thing to me. I love burn decks. And then we have two little sealed promo packs. We have a Digimon 2025 Store Tournament Volume 2 participant pack and a One Piece Tournament 2025 Volume 2 participant pack. We're going to rip open the Digimon one first. Oh, it's an egg. What's the egg? Doraemon. When attacking once per turn, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Chronicle trait in the hand. You gotta love when a card lets you just skip Digivolutions and Digivolve on the in the middle of an attack or an effect. Unfortunately, I haven't been keeping up with Digimon much lately, so I don't know what the Chronicle trait is, but I'm sure that card does really good. And then let's see what the One Piece pack is. A Wiper? On play, look at the top 5 from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 upper yard, and add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order and play up to 1 upper yard from your hand. Hey, that's nice. Being a searcher and a player, that's crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Being a little different, being a little slower, a little more talking, just, you know, taking the time to look at some things. Again, if you really do love your cards, if you have cards you want to be able to protect no matter what happens to them, including a flood, maybe top loading in sleeves isn't enough. Maybe putting them in a binder isn't enough. Maybe it is worth looking into to get cards you really, really love graded and sealed. Not for the value, but for the fact that you enjoy them so much. I don't really know where to end off this video besides I hope everyone has a great day. I hope no one loses a big chunk of their collection like I have. And until next time, just keep doing good, keep having good days, and keep staying positive. Catch you later.